Hello everyone, in this video we are going to solve one-step equations. Now typically how we do these are through properties of equality, which I will drop a link in the description for the video I made on that. To solve an equation that contains a variable, you must find the value or values, because sometimes there's more than one, but for the purpose of these we'll have only one. You must find the values of the variable that make the equation true. We typically refer to that as the solution to that equation. So one way that we can solve an equation is to get the variable alone on one side of the equation sign, this equal sign. This is how we know we're dealing with an equation, because we'll have something on the left side of the equal sign and something else on the right, and it'll tell us that whatever's over here must be the same as whatever's over here. And we can solve these equations using inverse operations, which are operations that undo themselves. Multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. And we'll work out one example of each type of property of equality. Let's look at the addition and subtraction ones first. Now, in order to solve these equations, what I have to do is, as mentioned before, get the variable by itself. And I do this in one step. And what I do to one side of the equation, I must do to the other side in order to balance it out. So here I've got c minus 4 equals 13. To undo subtraction, you add, again, inverse operations. That cancels this out, and I get the value of c equal to 13 plus 4, which is 17. And it's as easy as that. And you can check by saying 17 minus 4 equals 13, and go on from there. Typically, it's ideal to check your solutions before moving on to the next one. You can write it out, or you can just verbally say it, and that works too. Here I've got negative 31 equals 26 plus a. What I got to do here is now subtract 26 from both sides. Be careful here because this number is negative and we're subtracting, so we're going to get smaller. The number itself may look larger, but with the negative sign in front, the value of that number is going to be smaller. This cancels out, we're just left with a. So negative 31 minus 26 is negative 57. And if you do negative 57 plus 26, you're going to get negative 31. So that takes care of, respectfully, the addition property of equality and the subtraction property of equality. We will now work out one of each for the multiplication and division properties of equality. Here I have w divided by 4 equals negative 80. Undo division with multiplication. And multiply this by 4. I'll write it up here. What this does is that this is saying you're going to multiply this number to your numerator, and that will cancel out, because whatever you have up top that matches on bottom can cancel out in an equation. So now I'm left with just w, and this is negative 80 times 4, so my answer will be negative 320. If you divide negative 320 by 4, your answer will be negative 80. Last example here, I've got negative 3x equals negative 48. Divide, because this is negative 3 times x. This leaves you with x equal to positive 16. This shows you an example of using the property of equality specifically for multiplication and division. And earlier over here, we worked out the one for addition and subtraction. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.